If I have ever said anything bad about Andrei Arlovski, I take it back. Andrei Arlovski was the main event of my UFC debut. We're in Connecticut. I take on Babalu in the opening match of the main card. Andrei took on Paul Montello for the heavyweight championship of the world in the main event. And so I followed everything that Andrei has ever done. And I remember at one point making a video that sounded like an insult, but believe it or not, I didn't mean it as one, but I didn't think Andrei was a fighter. I thought that he was a really good athlete. And at heavyweight, that'll take you a long way. Use Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's a wimp. Boy, he's a good athlete, right? And then you have somebody that's not a very good athlete, but he is dog tough like Tyson Fury. Or you get a guy like Usyk that turns out to be both. Like, there's not an insult. You can either be tougher than everybody or you can be better than everybody. Either one of those things will take you to a world championship. Very rare that somebody is both. And I just remember having that thought about Andrei. I mean, he's a really good athlete. But he doesn't have that grit. He's not this pit bull that he thinks he is. He's something else that's wonderful that he doesn't think he is. He's a really good athlete. But then time started going by, and time and the career in the sport started turning on Andrei. Andrei was the biggest star, as I say, when I debuted. He was the main event. He's the last guy to walk. He was the face of the company. He is the heavyweight champion of the world. They're doing PR and marketing for this guy. You know, he's got a Range Rover, and then he's got these pit bulls, and he's the pit bull, and he's got the fangs, and everything is going his way. And he loses the belt, and so you take that effort and energy and you put it on somebody else, and a little bit of time goes by, and all of a sudden Andrei's not even in the organization. But he's got this great big paycheck. Gonna get $750,000, and he's gonna be, at that time, that was huge money. Gonna get $750,000, he's gonna go over to Affliction, he's gonna fight Fedor in the main event. They used to be training partners. They got this wonderful story, and it's a very non-competitive match, and Fedor knocks him out. And now there's nowhere to go. Affliction closes up, and door at the UFC is behind him. Andrei's career is over. And that year was about 2007, 2008. No, his career was not over. It turned out that Andrei wasn't seeking fame and attention. It turned out that he was a competitor. And this got tested. This got tested on the highest of levels, because now a guy that on my debut is the main event on pay-per-view in a sold-out arena, all of a sudden I'm at an event in Las Vegas. I can't even remember what it was called. I don't even remember what it was called. I sat with James Sweeney and my mother, and Andrei fought. And it wasn't televised. It was a small crowd. And he won. He stayed with that company. And then they offer him an extremely hard fight. Like the hardest fight you could possibly do, not on television, not on pay-per-view, and not for a bunch of money. They offer him Rumble Johnson. Arlovski has nothing to win. Rumble was a 170-pounder who's now found his way to heavyweight. Like, there's no reason Andrei should accept this fight. He accepts it. It turns out Andrei likes to fight. So he goes in this small venue that's not on TV, and many of you probably didn't even know that this match happened, and he goes and gets in a fist fight with Rumble Johnson. All right. Works his way back into the UFC, stays there forever and a day, comes out of the UFC. The next time you see Andrei Arlovski, he's in a venue by an elevator beating up 6 influencers that must have thought he was somebody else. Turns out all the while he's dealing with cancer, which he's dealt with multiple times. Stage 4. I didn't know he had ever dealt with this. He's dealing with it a multiple time, beats it? What does that mean when you beat it? It goes into remission or it goes away completely? Either way, comes out of the hospital from that to a main event at bare knuckle against Ben Rothwell, about the scariest guy that could stand across from you without gloves on is Ben Rothwell. Andrei, 47, beats him handily. Frankly, it all went Andrei's way. It became a real game of speed. Andrei was faster. At any rate, Andrei Arlovski is now the bare knuckle champion. To go with his UFC championship, to go with being a survivor. I just want to make sure I clear this up. If I have ever said anything bad about Andrei Arlovski, I take it back.